On your leg it is, Oakland A's preview. I'm thinking to yourself, who the hell wants to do an Oakland A's preview? Well, I do. I'm the Oakland A's preview. Dave Scholler here, back from a long winter for the Oakland A's, but at least we have baseball. So lots of crazy things going on at the Oakland A's these days. Every time I try to get ready for the preview, I have to update it because another body has been traded. Why I'm optimistic, I have no idea, but hey, we have gotten a lot back for Bassett, Manaea, Olson, and Chapman. We've lost some other key guys, but I'm really looking forward to the baseball season. Starts this week at the Phillies, at the Rays, and at the Jays. So the first 10 games are rough. Could start out 10 if we're not careful. If I could get to 4-6, I'd be really excited. But looking forward to the young team. Got some exciting young players, and we're here to talk about it. But first, before we go forward, there's so much to do to go backwards. It's been a rough couple of years for the A's, even though we've had good records. It's piled on. The ballpark thing is just lingering. It's cost us lots of fans. I think a lot of attendance, and I thought A's fans had always showed up pretty well as best they could. And God knows, one of the noisiest parks for the fans that are there. So you people in Oakland, God bless you. I'm all the way over here in New York, as you know. And we try to do this podcast weekly. Could be a tough year for it, but we're ready to go. Got the Cespedes jersey on today, but Rosie's in the studio. She's looking for a little extra pay, and Wiley's in the studio. Both my girl puppies here, 1 and 7. So I'm pretty pumped up to have them in the studio. Great dogs, big A's fans. Sometimes they're up with me at 1 in the morning watching games. So the big thing though is going backwards. The first thing I start with is the loss of Ray Fosse. Ray Fosse, for me, is a person who started watching the A's in 1971 when I saw the white cleats. First time I ever saw them play the Red Sox. It was a Red Sox game on TV, and I fell in love with the A's uniforms and the white cleats. And then we had Ray Fosse a couple of years later. And then in 2001, when I got the satellite dish here in New York, I could listen to Ray Fosse every night. And what Ray Fosse means to a person like my age, who's 54, you can't even explain. Helping us win titles. But more importantly than that, played the game the right way. Gritty player. Never spoke ill of Pete Rose that I heard, even though Pete barreled him over a couple of times there, and one time. Also just a quality guy, but holding accountable. So many announcers here in the New York area are such homers. Michael Kay, if you listen to a Yankee broadcast, you just have to turn it off. I mean, A-Rod's hitting a 600th home run a couple of years back. He doesn't even mention steroids. So he's just a homer, whereas Ray Fosse would hold guys accountable and things of that nature. So really, really, really important to have a guy like Ray. And it's sad. It's really, really, really big loss for us. And Dallas I like, but he's not Ray. Dallas is more of the comedic approach. And I love his enthusiasm, but really going to miss Ray. And who knew for 16 years he was going through cancer, but that's Ray. There's never about him. And just brings you back to those old days teams. And if you're over 50, those teams matter to you. And being 54 years old, those teams do matter to you. So very, very, very important. But also some other things from the past year. Obviously, Ramon Laureano, we won't get back for a little while to the PEDs. Frankie Montas, we had that situation with a couple of years ago. But the other thing is, we're sitting here and we had the thing with the minor leaguers not being fed properly. We have the whole situation with that. We hadn't signed a free agent until about a week ago. Then we pick up a couple of guys. We're the only team that hadn't spent $1 in free agency. That being said, the A's did make some good pickups with Olson and Chapman. But at the same time, a couple of the pitchers we've banked on that trade are hurt. Honeywell's already banged up. So that's a little disturbing. But, looking forward to A's season. And, we've been here before, A's fans. I just wish they would settle the ballpark thing and not lie to the fans. I feel like they've lied to the fans all along. And Oakland's bent over backwards. And before COVID, we had a Jack London Square deal, it sounded like, and then we lost that. So it feels like we're not being honest with the fans. And I think you owe the fans at least the honesty. I don't have the pleasure of being out there. But, I'm up till 1 a.m. every night since 2001 watching. But I feel like you got to be honest with the fans. These people spending their hard-earned money in tough economic times, and you're not being honest with them. So that's really a bummer. Just be honest and tell them when you're moving, and have some guts and have some balls and do what's right. So that's been rough. But I will say in the preseason, the A's have played better than I thought. We're up 4-2 right now in the bottom of the 7th on San Diego. I know it's preseason. I shouldn't get excited, but we're hitting the ball, which is nice. So that's a positive. But the pitching is going to struggle. I think the bullpen's going to need a lot of work. Guerra got surgery today, so he's going to be out. Caprillion, like I said, we won't get him back till late April. Honeywell looks like he's not going to be back for a while. So right away, with no Manaya, no Bassett, so right away we're way behind the 8 ball. So hopefully Frankie Montas can really pick up the slack here, and hopefully we can get off to a good start. And obviously Frankie probably be our opening day starter, I would think. But again, you're at the Phillies, at the Rays, and at the Jays. That's a tough 10-game swing. But hey, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited about it. So, we're there. So, but again, condolences to Ray Fosse and his family. It's such a big loss for the A's family. But going forward, obviously the division, the Rangers have stepped up and spent money, and which reminds me, when Major League Baseball stepped in there a bunch of years back, they really helped the the Ranger franchise. I wish they would step in on the A's franchise, make us spend a little money. And like I said, another big concern is you realize that if we go to Vegas, the ball's going to fly out of the ballpark, and we're going to become a franchise where pitchers don't want to go, like Colorado. And I don't want to be like that. The A's have always been a place known for great pitching, and I've always been a big respecter of that, and pitching speed, some defense. It's always been A's staples, and not to have that would be a little disturbing. I don't want to go to Vegas and have the ball fly out of there. And even if we domed it, the ball's going to fly out of there anyway. It's elevated. If you look at the the league and the Vegas numbers, they're always elevated. I don't want to be a place where no good pitcher wants to go in the offseason. I mean, Mike Hampton, I think, is the last time Colorado signed a good pitcher, and you can't blame him. Sinkers don't sink, sliders don't slide, and the ball flies. And even with the heat and the dirt in the infield, the ball skips through there. If you look at those numbers too. So I don't really want to move to Vegas, but it's better than lying to the fans and not addressing the ballpark. I still don't know why we don't fix up the one in Oakland best we can, and do a good job that way. Maybe meet halfway, and perhaps keep the prices affordable, and at the same time, keep the team in the Oakland area, which is where it belongs. But if you're gonna move, let's go to Nashville or somewhere like that. I mean, but if we got to go to Vegas, one place that I want to go is, like I said, would be like a Seattle or Portland. It's constant rain there, but I would, or Portland or Oregon or somewhere of that nature. So somewhere in that rainy coast like temperatures. But if we got to go to Vegas, let's go. But let's just do it quick. But if you're looking at the ball club here, Rangers, like I said, spent a lot of money. The Angels are looking for some health, and obviously Trout. And Trout's going to be there in the reigning MVP. Going to be back to back. It's going to be tough, and hopefully, if they ever get some pitching, they'd be really dangerous. Joe Maddon will do a fine job, I'm sure. Seattle, I think, who I predicted on this show last year, would be a big step up from where they were being predicted. So one prediction today, 74 and 88 for the A's. I think in that ballpark would be about right. It's near 500. But and you saw that. And of course, the Astros lose Correa, but the Astros are still miles ahead of us. So I'm hoping for a 500 season, but I know it sounds like a bummer, but what the hell? I want to see some young talent. I'm looking forward to the season because baseball's like your best friend. You see it every day for 100 and, basically about 180 days. You go 6 months straight and you got baseball in your life, and it's you can count on it every night, and it's a wonderful thing. It's like a good friend, and that's why we all love it so much. But if you look at the squad here, going forward here, projected lineup, the thing is, I'm looking forward to having Laureano back, but he's going to be out for a little while. So in the meantime, we got Christian Pache there, who's been awesome. Made an easy catch today, look hard, but very good defender. His stick in AAA had struggled over the years, so he's been kind of given up on. But I'm looking forward to having him. There's rumors about Sean Murphy, so I hope we hung on to the Murphy. Still good. Elvis Andrus had a good spring. Couldn't play much worse than he did last year at the start of the year. Seth Brown, hopefully he can give us something. Eric Thames at first. Chad Pinder, who I always love, could play anywhere for us. Stephen Piscotty, one of my favorites. Kevin Smith's been a bright spot. Third base. He's getting on base a lot. He's driving a lot of runs in the spring. Of course, we're not going to have any defense like we have with Matt Chapman. I never seen anything like that in my life. So, but happy for those guys and thankful for Ole and Chappie and Bassett and Manaea. But I think it was good time to move Manaea, especially if you got rid of the other three. I wanted to hold on to the other three, but Manaea, I feel like, is on fumes. He's always good first time through the order, and then after that, I feel like he's on fumes. I did throw some no-hitters for us, but time to move on. Tony Kemp has been great for the A's. Of course, we re-signed Jed Lowry, so that's very exciting for us. Rotation, obviously, Manae's not in there. Cole Irvin, hopefully, and Dalton Jeffries. I mean, both not hard throwers. We got to get something at a puck this year to step up. Frankie, obviously, we have best pitcher. And like I said, Sean Manaea is not there, and Caprillion won't be back until April, late April. Bullpen, Lou Trevino's the closer, which is a scary thought right there. Paul Blackburn could definitely do some spot starts. You know, Sam Moll, Danny Jimenez, Jordan Weems definitely will be a big help. But like I said, Garrett just opted for surgery, so he's going to be gone. And Acevedo, who knows, but we'll see. And like I said, Sean Manaea gone from the day already, so we already lost that one today. But the bullpen has got to be better than it's been, and it does look weak to me. This looks like the weakest part of the team, and modern day baseball, the bullpens, and plus we're going to rush and fit 162 games into 1 week less of the schedule, so the bullpen's going to be extra important this year. But everybody predicting us to finish, fourth in the West, and that's the way it is. I don't know how they predicted us fourth. I mean, I can't imagine who they would think would be worse than us. I mean, I think the Angels will be better. I think the Mariners will be better. I think the Rangers will be better than the Astros. But they have us picked as fourth. That's like the best one I've seen. I haven't seen anybody being too good to us. But that's okay. Like I said, hopefully get off to a good start. Hopefully have some health. I think that I'm really excited to have Mark Kotze as our coach. I just don't know what kind of team we're leaving him here. And I hope that we show him some patience, not like Bo Porter when he was with the Astros, taking all those lumps, and had Altuve up there and some other guys who were coming along. And that's those years when the A's beat him 17 out of 19 games. And yeah, it was tough. And all of a sudden you see he getting crushed, and then all of a sudden they start to get good, and they shipped him out of there. And so you hope they don't do that. So I'm really excited to have Mark Kotze. Bo Mill was a good manager, but I think it was definitely time. I felt like our time was definitely up with Bo Mill. I thought he was very good, but last year his bullpen management it really leaked at best, to say that. So hopefully, we can get something out of Chen Zhang-Ho from Taiwan also. Hopefully we can get something out of him. We got some guys here who could definitely help us out, but it's going to be a work in progress, and we're going to be selling all year long, and Montas won't be here long either. Caprillion, I think, will be only because he's injured, but I can't believe no one's been on Frankie, because Frankie's the one that really has that talent. So hopefully we can get a good start out of Frankie on Thursday. But again, so it should be a fun season. Like I said, if you're a fan, it could be tough looking into that, but at the same time, I feel like we're going to be okay. I feel like we've been here before, and we got to get better, obviously. But really, the biggest thing for me is just straightening out this ballpark thing. I'll consider it a victory if we get an answer, because right now we're still in limbo, and it's garbage. Just be honest with the people. Fisher has been a real dirtbag about this, and you got to be honest with the people. You can't sit there and not do the right thing by the people. And if you're going to do that, not good. You got to be honest with these people. Let's get a little music here. All right. And,
Mel, you're on.
Hello.
Mel Allen, This Week in Baseball. As we say goodbye from Oakland A's preview here. And, we're going to be back, obviously, every week. Try to get on every week. It's tough because schedule doesn't dictate. Like I said, at the Phillies, at the Rays, at the Jays. That's some tough East Coast teams there. If I get good weather, I could shoot up to Philly there, but I doubt it. There's always something going on around here. The Blue Jays also. So we'll see. 12:05 start on Thursday. Hopefully on Friday, actually, we get a home opener for the A's. Looking forward to a away game for the A's. We're up 4-2 still in the bottom of the seventh with the A's right now. And hopefully we can enjoy a successful season. But again, so hopefully we can get back to Oakland A's baseball, playing some good defense, hopefully throwing strikes, getting some on base, getting some guys on base. Again, the team will not be as good. We don't have any star power, but this is when you pick up those guys. And if you remember some of those guys coming up, when Donaldson came up, he really struggled for a while. And same with so many other guys back in the late 90s too. So it's an exciting time for the A's, excuse me. But again, looking forward to the baseball season. And that'll be Oakland A's preview for this year, 2022, April 3rd, telling you like it is. And really looking forward to it. Take care and tell them like it is.